worsening crisis in Myanmar. Father Marius Kubista, one of the 3 SVDs working in Mwambi, Myanmar, informs us about the worsening political situation in the country. We are affected by this whole political situation. For the last few days, we have heard gunshots in the streets. One day, around 2 a.m., police fired at our gate. Every night, our internet connection is cut off, and during the day it runs very slowly, crippling its operation. A trip to the city is not advisable. Private hospitals are closed. Public hospitals are not working because staffs are on strike. We are aware that COVID-19 is still not under control all over the world. Supermarkets have been closed for a week. International airport has been closed since February 1st, although we have received some news of charter flights organized by individual embassies. Banks have not opened for a month now. At the moment, it is not possible to transfer money from abroad or even to withdraw money from private accounts. This complex situation makes us feel more and more insecure now that the army is becoming more brutal. It is often heard that the people will soon start to counter-react. Father Marius recommends that we read the report published by the media group the Irrawaddy. Distributed to all priests and religious by the Catholic Religious Conference of Myanmar, it chronicles current events in Myanmar. The March 20 issue said the UN reported that the country is on the verge of civil war. People are fleeing Yangon due to martial law. Prices of food and fuel are rising. Most of the private institutions like banks and hospitals remain closed. Our confreres in Myanmar, Father Marius, Tuyen Tan Hong Michael Nguyen, and Devasagayam Savaryapam know that if the situation goes beyond control, they can contact their respective embassies for evacuation flights and leave the country. Focus on youth in Zambia. Youth Day in Zambia is celebrated every year on March 12th. This public holiday highlights youth's importance to the country on the anniversary of the disturbances in 1962 that resulted in the deaths of young Zambians during the nation's turbulent journey to independence. Hence, Youth Day is celebrated in nearly all parishes and dioceses and nationally throughout Zambia. This year, Youth Day was held in SVD parishes of St. Charles Luanga, Shindwin Parish, and Our Lady of the Holy Rosary, Mukubeko Parish in the Kabwe Diocese, with about 100 people from around Kabwe participating. Eucharistic celebration was followed by sports and games, cultural exhibits, dances, and singing competition. The day also reflected the mission's commitment to help young adults take up positions of leadership. Come and See programs assist those presently in societal leadership, political leaders, parents, teachers, spiritual guides, to groom and nurture youth for various future roles in society. Father Peter said, "We must lead exemplary lives and exhibit high moral standards and integrity. We must operate well above board and give hope and enthusiasm to the youth because the future belongs to them." And to the youth, Father Peter said, "You are not the next generation of leaders, but you are the leaders of today. Therefore, we are challenging you to arise wherever you are and provide that much-needed leadership among your peers, in your community, in your town, in the church, and at the national level. It can and must be done." In Zambia, The SVDs are encouraged to initiate workshops, seminars, and other platforms, including the promotion of vocations, to positively transform youth's mindset, countering their frustration and the temptations of negative subcultures like substance abuse or lack of respect for elders. Seeking new pastors on campus. What's probably relatively new as a specialized ministry in the Mundu Chad mission is the SVD commitment to putting together a Catholic chaplaincy campus ministry program in the Diocese of Mundo, where SVD are engaged thus far only in direct parish ministry since 2014. Monsignor Joachim Correleo, the local bishop, appointed Father Joseph Kalanchira, SVD, in October 2019 to cater to this pastoral need with a specific request for biblical formation. This is in consideration of the existence of several institutions of higher education in and around Mundu town. The State University of Mundu, for example, has a student population of 8,000, of whom about 2,000 are Catholic, members for the most part of the 5 parishes in the town. There are, besides, a couple of nursing schools, a government-run teacher training institute, etc., where Catholic students in their hundreds attend regular classes. There's a new project in the offing for the Catholic University of Central Africa with head offices in Yaoundé. They have recently initiated beginning a university college for Chad for training teachers for the higher secondary level outside Mundo town. So the Catholic chaplaincy here typically would cover all of these institutions. Although the pandemic had put the ministry on hold throughout 2020, January 2021 has put Father Kalanchira back in the university campus and opened a new academic semester. Pursuing its humble beginnings, he operates from under one big shady tree that he baptized as the chaplaincy tree on the scholarly grounds. The administrative building is anything but a work in progress over the last 10 years. Cooks of the Good Life. Parishes in Austria usually organize Lenten soup suppers as part of the Family Fasting Day campaign under the Catholic Women's Movement in Austria. Since these suppers could not occur this year because of the pandemic, the movement came up with something special. "We are cooks of the good life," their motto proclaimed on their website, asking everyone to upload his or her favorite soup recipe, include a photo, and say how the soup contributes to the good life. From the 20 most popular recipes, a jury would select the 2 best, which would then be printed on recipe cards and distributed for Family Fasting Day 2022. The SVD missionaries at St. Gabriel Mission House participated in this year's Family Fasting Day campaign with their traditional St. Gabriel Lenten soup, which they serve on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. But the cooks of the bean and potato soup were not the regular female kitchen team. Instead, Rector Father Franz Helm and Vice Rector Father Joseph Denkmar were professionally dressed in white chef's aprons. The SVD Cooks of the Good Life were in prominent company with their soup recipe. The wives of the current federal president and the former head of state have also contributed recipes. With the donations, the Family Fasting Day campaign supports more than 70 projects in countries to help women gain their rights and improve their social situation. A different sort of prison ministry. Brother Bernard Spitzley, SVD, a missionary in the Caribbean islands for many years, now shares an interesting experience he had recently. On March 10/11, I spent more than 9 hours, complete with handcuffs, in a lockup at the Halfway Tree Courthouse here in Jamaica. I had signed bail to help a person from our church who had a brush with the law. I escorted him to the first court hearing, but unbeknown to me, he failed to show up for his future court dates. Since I was his surety bond, I was placed under arrest. I was summoned to the courthouse and arrived at the appointed time. They welcomed me with a card that said prisoner and my name typed on it. I was escorted to a tiny cell about 6 by 8 feet, after which 7 other people joined me. So much for social distancing. Let me tell you, it was pure hell. At the hearing, I was notified that I could be arrested again if this person was found on church property. The next morning, there he was, sleeping on the grounds. So I contacted the police, who arrested him again. I was lucky not to be arrested a second time, and especially fortunate not to return to that lockup. Please do not ask me to bail you or anyone else out. Knowing that I had been a wanted man was certainly disconcerting, but on the other hand, part of our missionary ministry is walking with others in their time of need, and that can involve putting our name on the line for them and accepting risk as a person for others, reflects Brother Spitzley. If you have a comment or question, please email us at missionminutenews@wordnet.tv. You can also post your comments below each video on YouTube. We promise to respond. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Share with others about the channel and the variety of programs you enjoy there. This is Mission Minute News. Until we meet again, stay safe, and may Jesus' love for you make you smile.